Resident Evil 2, yeah,
just for Resident
Evil 2. Part of it,
2.
like, coming off of us talking about Final Fantasy VII is the thing is, we haven't heard anything about RE7, sorry, not RE7, with Final Fantasy VII, we last heard that it was going to release sometime before 2023 and that they were sorry, but that wasn't too long ago. They just hired someone who's working on battle systems. So, you know, the fact that we've heard news about Final Fantasy VII, to me, indicates that it might be a little bit further off. The fact that we haven't heard anything about Resident Evil 2 in way too long makes me think it's time to hear something.
Well, the last thing we heard was that Capcom had updated the, either was it the trademark or the domain names or something.
The domain name, yeah.
Resident Evil 2. So that's hopeful.
That's something.
Like, we're clinging on at this point.
Yes. No,
You updated your domain, which you have to do annually, please.
Meanwhile, I still have...
Szok. Dziwne. No, coś robią. Ale nie. Jadę teraz. Okej. Teraz? No. Dziwne. Na telefonie, kurwa, nie chcę iść.
Decided to release what they did have anyway. And so I'm just really keen on seeing it again to like really put that to the test.
I didn't keep up to date with it. How did the Kickstarter go?
Oh, 6 million plus. It
so
like
it went
broke
okay.
records at the time.
So it was fine.
It was really impressive. So that's why it just seems like the future is pretty bright for it if they have all that cash, right?
And they also announced that they're doing HD remasters of 1 and 2, which I think are just, I think those have release dates, I feel like, maybe. I think Sega just announced that they're going to be also be coming to PC, which I don't know if that was public information or not, but they're making an effort to put more of their games on
I've never played Shenmue. I've never...
Because at the time it was groundbreaking. Like the whole open world, you can go and interact with so many people. You can open every drawer. There was just so much that you could do. You could like live in Shenmue.
You can open drawers?
Yeah.
I love it how those little things stick in your memory, though.
Like one of my favorite things about GTA 5 is people like hiding from the weather with newspapers. Those touches in open worlds are really important.
It's the really small details. And I think now that that's kind of more formalized or more set standards for it, I would love to see a modern version of that and see what they do. And I love the story and I love like all the things that you could do from those big harbor combat fights to like forklift racing. All of that needs to come back.
Well, one game that I'm really looking forward to hearing more about, this is sort of a moot point because it has a release date. It's coming out in August, and it's kind of a successor to the Shenmue games. Yakuza Kiwami 2.
You like Yakuza?
I am a big fan of Yakuza.
That's surprising.
It wouldn't surprise me if this popped up on Sony's stage, but really, it's very much a known quantity. This is, of course, I mean, it's stupid to be like, what are you excited about seeing on this show? Oh, I'm looking forward to the remake of the game from 2006.
Well, the Yakuza franchise is actually nailed coming out with releases and getting hype around every single one of them. Like, you know, there are a lot of Yakuza games at this point, and they're all really, really well received. They are very, very fun, kind of insane open worlds. They get pretty crazy.
Yeah, they had like a big push in 2001 with the first one. They localized it all. They had like a bunch of, I think Mark Hamill voiced Majima there. They put a bunch of people in it, and it came out, and it kind of just landed with a thud. Like, it wasn't a huge hit in the West. And I feel like with the PS4, really pushed to try to get fans in the West, and
they've always had a presence at PSX and everything, so it's definitely a thing they're focusing on. And I'm just going to jump off this conversation and say that I would really love Sleeping Dogs 2. Probably not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Would be cool if it did.
Yeah. Now, we did get a brand new...
If you'd asked me the day before yesterday if I thought Bloodborne 2 could be a thing that was announced tonight, I would have said yes. But then, obviously, Microsoft announced Shadows Die Twice, which is being led by the core team at From Software. So I think that a Bloodborne 2 announcement is unlikely.
You can't make Bloodborne 2 without Miyazaki, without making people mad.
Exactly. It's not going to be made without Miyazaki, and it really sounds to me like when he said, I'm kind of disinterested in doing more Souls at the present time. You know, he meant Bloodborne as well, so that kind of breaks my heart. But listen, there could be a surprise. I mean, it's a very slim chance that it could be announced, but they could just be like, oh, also, we've had this in the can for a while.
No, zaraz zobaczymy. Jeszcze 5 minut. Nie, 6. No ciekawe, czy dadzą Rezydenta, czy nie.
People didn't go into the conference and end up disappointed when it wasn't there.
That's my very, like, hopeful take.
Yeah.
I just, you know, obviously last year when it was teased, when Shadows Die Twice was teased, and there was that image of this character's bloodied prosthetic arm.
I thought it was like a
And
torture
everyone
thing.
was like, oh, it's a torture thing from Bloodborne 2.
It's like a pulley. It's just like a... That was such a strange reveal.
It was.
It was like 3 seconds and everyone lost their minds.
Yeah, it was a super Kojima-like reveal, actually.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I have my absolute fingers crossed that we would see Bloodborne 2. I think it's
Every
time.
single finger? You have all of your fingers
All
crossed?
of my fingers crossed at once.
Wow.
That we are going to return to Yharnam. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Do you really want a Bloodborne 2, or do you just want another Soulsborne game that takes that formula and tweaks it yet again?
I want
Yharnam.
Bloodborne. I
Yeah.
want Bloodborne 2. I want to return to Yharnam. I was one of those people that came on board the Soul series with Bloodborne and then sort of retroactively played the others. So for me, I'm like a Bloodborne, that's Souls for me. That's the heart of Souls. And I know that's kind of sacrilegious to say, and like Souls diehards will be like, you're not a real fan. But like I really, you know, I love Bloodborne. It's my From Software love.
Now, there was a rumor for a second that they were working on a game that was like it was kind of a Soulsborne with an Aztec influence. Have you heard anything about that?
I actually have not, and I don't.
Tell me more.
Yeah, please.
so
yeah.
it would
You heard.
be Aztec martial arts with the sort of Soulsborne, punishing difficulty from soft mechanic. And
It sounds cool.
I don't know if that's
I'm
just
into it.
complete internet nonsense. It sounds absolutely nothing like what we're getting with Sekiro.
Yeah. I'm happy to see that Miyazaki is working on something new and getting to take a break from those kinds of games. And this does look a lot more fluid and the environment traversal than any of his previous games. So he's getting more creative with it. Happy for him. But I also every fan out there is like, but where is Bloodborne? And it's a tough spot for them to be in, I think.
Yeah, we're lucky to be getting a new game from Software. From Software.
Yeah.
We are very lucky to be
Software.
getting a game from Software.
Then again, it's not totally unheard of that they would bring 2 games, because Avalanche managed to somehow bring 3 open-world games to
That's
E3
true.
this year, which is a bit of an undertaking. Hey, you seem like the sort of person who enjoys Twitter, so why don't you hit us up on there? We are at IGN, and you can join the conversation by using the hashtag E32018. Let us know what you think of E3 so far, and in fact, do that right now because we're about to take a quick break, but the PlayStation E3 showcase is starting in a matter of seconds, so seriously, don't go anywhere. This is where it gets really, really good. Hang out.
No i ciekawi, ile zaraz będzie, kurde, widzów. Pewnie będzie z 20 000. Jeszcze stream padnie. Trochę.
From breaking news and exclusives, never before seen looks at movies and games, to reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings you all the coverage you need no matter where you are. Whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
I think we can all agree that teamwork is vital to any important partnership. Thankfully, E3 Live 2018 is brought to you by Sicario: Day of the Soldado in theaters June 29th. Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin are teaming up again to fight the cartels. And for one of them, it gets personal. Like friends turned into enemies personal. See what I mean in this exclusive clip.
Turn to get loose. How loose? No rules this time. Your assignment is to kidnap Isabel, the daughter of a cartel leader. Try to make it look like another cartel is responsible for the kidnapping. It's your chance to get even for your family. Alejandro's daughter was kidnapped and executed. And here he is kidnapping a young girl who's about the same age.
I know who you are. You're the attorney whose family they killed. And now you hunt them.
Adios. Not they.
My father.
She becomes a pawn in their chess game.
We can't risk her falling into the wrong hands. Clean the scene.
That relationship changes something in him. He starts to have compassion towards the daughter of his enemy. You gotta get rid of her. I can't do that. Good luck. Luck doesn't live on this side of the border.
Uuu.
Okay, so we got you all hyped up about the press conference, which is starting literally any second, but I don't make the rules here. So until then, let's talk about Spyro the Dragon.
He's a friendly dragon.
Spyro bez
What do you think of him? Is he cool?
He's very cool and intrinsically tied to PlayStation, so
Yeah,
I
he's
want to
such
see.
an icon.
He's such an icon. He's like their second mascot.
He's been through some changes though since he started appearing on Skylanders. He got kind of like ugly adolescent years. He got all scaly and it was like a little bit weird. I like the Skylanders games,
Oh,
alright?
well,
But
and that's it. It's the Sony presser. Enough about Spyro. Let's get right into it.
Please welcome Sean Layden.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome.
Czekaj.
And thank you for
Yeah,
making the
to
time
będzie
tonight to come to church. This fulfills your obligation for the coming Sunday, for those of you who need to know that. But thank you for coming out. It's great to see the congregation as large as it is tonight under this single tent. And for those of you who may be a bit apprehensive because you remember that movie Kingsman, this doesn't end that way. It doesn't end that way. So, but no, again, thank you. And as you can see from this evening, we've decided to mix it up a little bit in the way that we're doing our E3 presentation this year. You know, we look at what the stories have we tell and the things that we want to impart to our fans here with us and their fans on the live feed worldwide. And that changes our design ideas around what we can do for this show. So tonight, we're going to have, rather than a bombardment of new creative, we're going to take all of you on a journey deeper into some of the key titles we've talked about before, but we're going to talk about them in a different way tonight, a deeper way, so you can learn about what's going on with these games and what's coming up in the future. You know, what we look at here at Worldwide Studios with inside Sony Interactive Entertainment, we really want to take our love for gaming and make it sing very loudly. It's a gaming industry, it's sometimes called, but certainly inside our studios, we see gaming as a vocation. It's a calling. It's what we do. It's what we have to do. Our teams of creatives and studios and designers, they have stories to tell and things they want to show you and places they'd like to take you. That's what we're trying to do here at PlayStation. This coming year is going to be all about those kind of games that we can deliver to you in a way that's going to blow your minds. And tonight, we're beginning here in this tent, this church tent we've created here in Los Angeles to let you start that journey with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so. So, without further ado, it is my great honor and my unique privilege to invite to the stage, introduce to you, Gustavo Santorea.
No i po co? Muszę sprawdzić, czy będzie. Butterfly. No ale znowu będą kurwa gadać, że o, Sony wygrało, kurwa, za tak, co to jest, no? Sorry, no. No kurwa. Despacito. Aha, no właśnie Resident tylko The Last of Us albo Uncharted. No, to kurde. Parę później, czy...
I hate these things. Tell me about it.
Zbity, ale zrobili.
Your old man really laid into you today.
What happened?
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved it gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
She's putting on quite the show. Not gonna happen. She say something to you.
Make it 1 week. Ellie! Hey! What took you so long? Oh, I'm here, aren't I?
Healing?
Jesse.
Hey, don't forget, we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir. You're such a dick. Come on. You start with me. Okay, I have a very serious question for you. How bad do I smell? Like a hot pile of garbage? Oh. Okay.
No, wezmę. Albo przyjaciół.
You love it. Every guy in this room is staring at you right now. Maybe they're staring at you. Or not. Maybe they're jealous of you. I'm just a girl, not a threat. Oh, Ellie,
Ooh.
I think they should be terrified.
Ooh. Szok. pojebane. Weź, kurde. No, gępy.
They arrested you with sin. What is it? Freak. Holy shit! No! No!
Jesus.
Spread out.
Ja pierdzielę schody.
She went into the grass. Watch yourself. Ethan.
What?
No, bez kiły
She came
tam
through here. Damn it. Double back. Go.
Despacito, ja pierdzielę. Nie jest telefon. O, ja pierdzielę.
See, I told you. He should be terrified.
Nie wiem, coś trochę kury to jest, kurwa. Co to kurwa jest? Nie wiem, dziwnie strasznie było.
That was a new look at The Last of Us Part 2. We're here live in Los Angeles at the PlayStation E3 showcase. We're taking a quick intermission while folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend, Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr. Schumann.
How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to be here at the PlayStation Showcase. And it's going to be a huge night for Worldwide Studios a little later when the showcase resumes. And what better guest to have for joining us about Worldwide Studios than the chairman of Worldwide Studios, Mr. Sean Layden. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good to be here.
I thought you were just on stage.
Konkurencja dla IGN, patrzę. GameSpot. Środka, kurwa, też tak chyba z te stronki, choć te swoje stoliki.
Very powerful start for our E3 program for this year.
That's right, and there's much more to come, but I do want to zero in on The Last of Us Part 2 here just for a moment. You know, as chairman of Worldwide Studios, you work very closely with Naughty Dog. These guys need no introduction.
Indeed.
And I'm curious, from your perspective, where is their head at when it comes to developing this game?
Where's their head at? I mean, they are everywhere. They're looking at what can do in the next iteration of the Last of Us series, and I think what we saw tonight, I mean, that piece of content was so impactful. I mean, the whole relationship between Ellie and Dina going into the combat sequence really shows that they're pulling out all the stops over at Naughty Dog, and they're going to have a very broad and ranging game that's not going to make you only work at it as a player, but you're going to have to just think as a person what you're coming up against.
I can't wait to see more of that, and that was first gameplay we saw there.
Nie wiem, zawsze mnie jakoś sąd mnie zawsze denerwuje, bo podniecają się niby podniecają, ale kurde jakoś tak jakoś lepiej mi tak Xbox jakoś się nie chwali, a Sony no tak zadufani w sobie, kurwa.
Rule number one is do no harm, right? Right. In a lot of ways, my job is just to move the boulders out of the road to make sure that creative talent can get where they need to go. You know, provide backup, provide scope. You know, provide generalized, you know, advice about where we can take this as an industry and as a gaming culture. But honestly, we've got 13 studios worldwide. We try to give them as much creative control as possible and just help support them through to their vision. That's kind of what we've been trying to do here for the last dozen years or so with Worldwide Studios. And I think right now, certainly in the PS4 era, you're seeing a lot of that coming into play right now.
That's great to hear that. And, you know, I mean, speaking about making fans happy, I mean, I think there's a question that I've been getting a whole lot, and it has to do with God of War. You know, it's a celebrated game. It's sold extremely well. It has a huge legion of fans. And one of the things I wanted to mention was, you know, I get a lot of tweets about New Game Plus. You know, is this something that you and Santa Monica Studio are evaluating for God of War?
You know, it's crazy. With the advent of social media, we get a lot of real-time feedback from the fans and the community, and we listen to that. And God knows my Twitter feed is filled up with a lot of stuff that we could talk about here or not talk about at all. But it's all important. We take it all seriously. And New Game Plus is something that came through really strong and really hard through that kind of feedback loop. And I'm happy to say today that the teams are working on it, and we should have some more updates on that. We'll put that through the blog, but it's going to happen.
All right.
Definitely.
As someone who miraculously finished God of War with a 2-year-old at home, that makes me very happy. I will somehow find more
scary,
time.
but okay.
I will find time to get. He wasn't watching.
Okay, thank God.
I want to confirm that.
Kids don't try this at home.
Asleep. But yeah, thank you so much, Sean. And it's great to hear that you and the amazing team at Santa Monica Studio are making that happen.
Hey, if we can create functionality and features that allow people to spend more time in the worlds we build, that's by definition a good thing.
Excellent. Fantastic. So New Game Plus, that is confirmed. That is coming to God of War. We'll have full details on PlayStation Blog shortly. We have a lot more to talk about, too.
Yeah, and actually, Sean, I wanted to ask you about that. About a month ago, you did something a little bit out of the ordinary for our team, and you kind of came out and talked about the 4 main games that we would be highlighting tonight's PlayStation Showcase. I was wondering what the thought process was there.
Well, you know, every year we try to let the stories we have to tell design the experience we're going to create. And this year we felt that what we really want to do is take people on a journey deep into the content, deep into the 4 big pillar games that we're working on right now, and get them to see a bit more about the stories you're trying to tell and the way it's going to be expressed and what they get out of it. It's a really wide range of titles there, anything from The Last of Us 2, which you just saw right now, through Death Stranding and Spider-Man and Ghost. So this year I wanted people to know that don't come here expecting to have some big flashy new idea come out or some big surprise come out. Come here and sit with us and walk with us as we get through to see the background stories and deep inside of the games we're working on.
Wonderful. And we do have a lot more coming from those Worldwide Studios games in the showcase later tonight. Do you have any personal games that you're most excited about?
Well, they're all fabulous, and I think the teams are really crushing it right across the board.
Fair enough.
But one thing I would say is there's one of the games that we're having out today that will be playable in 3 months and available in stores, and that's our favorite web slinger,
of course,
Spider-Man. So we're going to see a lot of that tonight, and I think the folks at home should be happy with what they're going to get.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean.
Sean, thank you so much for dropping by. Always a pleasure to trade notes with the chairman of Worldwide Studios.
It's great to see you guys. I'll head back to the pneumatic tube station then.
All right, please do.
Right.
And
wear the helmet.
We do have a lot more in store coming up in just a few minutes as the E3 showcase continues. But in the meantime, we also have some other updates for you while we wait during this short intermission. So I say we kick it off with a look at the latest from the world of Call of Duty.
Better.
access to Back in Black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 only when you pre-order Call of Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
Welcome back. We are having the PlayStation E3 showcase kicking off in just a few more minutes. We're in a short intermission period here, but we've got some good stuff to talk about. We've got some good friends as well.
Yeah.
Meredith Molinari and Ramon Russell. Welcome. What's happening?
That's good to have you guys back.
It's good to be back.
Friendly faces right before the showcase.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent.
So I say we keep this moving here, and when it comes to Call of Duty, we know that a bunch of remastered maps from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are making their way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 this October on launch day. But what we just learned here is that those maps, those classic maps, are coming to Black Ops 3 as well for those who pre-order Black Ops 4 on PlayStation Store.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. But what if I don't own Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
Well, that's where it gets a little more interesting, my friend.
Oh.
So tonight, we are actually doing a surprise PlayStation Plus game drop, and that is going to be Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is coming to PlayStation Plus later tonight.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, very nice. This is why I love E3, because not only do we get to share awesome news with our audience, but PlayStation Plus subscribers get a little treat.
Get a little
tasty treat.
Right, little mid E3 supply drop for you there.
There you go. Perfect.
You know, we've been sharing a lot of good news. We got to share 5 really cool announcements last week when we did our countdown, kind of ramping up for tonight's big showcase.
That's right. We had the countdown to E3, and that was 5 game reveals and updates over a span of 5 days. A lot of great stuff announced. Let's take a quick look back at the highlights.
O kurwa. Chodzi.
What is this? I have to figure out what happened. Okay, wake up, focus, remember. From the creators of Feed and Flipping Death.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Here comes a heartfelt story in VR.
But really, who are you?
Welcome back. We're just a few minutes away from the E3 PlayStation Showcase. I mean, when I say a few minutes, I mean we're really... So let's keep moving here. There was a lot of great stuff here. Oh, and we could see the crowd is seated. The people are about ready to go. This show's about to continue, about to move into the big event.
Yeah, it was great to see the countdown stuff, but I do think that there's like maybe one more thing we can sneak in there before we cut away to the showcase.
Yeah. Yeah, let's squeeze it in. Let's squeeze it in. Okay, so this next franchise boasts a huge loyal community of nearly 6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that so much.
A lot. They do. And we're going to take a first look at the next chapter right now.
Yeah. Destiny. Yeah.
That was a powerful new look at Destiny 2. Forsaken is coming out September 4th on PS4. A lot of great enhancements and content for that one. And
Yeah, it looks really good. There's a lot of buzz about that Gambit mode coming up, and guess what? If you're at E3, you can play it at our booth.
Not too bad.
But
Not too bad.
there's barely any time because we're about to get to the showcase.
That's right. We are really seconds away when it comes down to it from the rest of PlayStation's E3 showcase. Thank you so much for watching. We've got a lot more in store tonight. But for now,
I think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should we get to it?
I think why keep people waiting? Let's get to it. We have so much more to cover.
Okay. Got a lot more in store. So let's check it out live right now.
Noż kurwa, znowu jakieś dziwactwo. Ludzie. Znamy kilka lewusko. Nie, to jest horror, kurwa. No dobra, no super, no cieszę. Ja nie muszę. Ja nie muszę. Nie, chyba nie.
are they? Bastards! Enough! What's next, samurai? Arzonek, Arcel też poddość pacją! Nie turkwaj minych! Samurai! Dość get!
Tańczy? Chyba nie. Tańczy chyba nie.
You're late.
You're impatient. Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
You think the monk's a hero?
We need him, Masako. Down.
We can take them.
No. Remember Sako Bridge. We strike quietly. They kill the monk. You're sting by crews.
I'll guard the exits. Just get that monk.
Please, I do not understand. He called reinforcements. We have to move. Masako!
Stand aside, Jin. You betrayed my family.
Run! If we fight, the Mongols win.
They already won.
You were my friend.
Give me monk.
No. our enemy.
Zakończenie Rezydenta 2. O cholera.
The oldest house is a shifting place.
Yeah.
No rules and rituals. You can keep traveling deeper.
Nie wiem, co to jest. Cyberpunk? Incepcja, nie? No, tam to trochę. O, co to jest? Resident Evil? Resident Evil, to pewno. Kurde. To jest jedynka. Dwójka Resident. Oła.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
Money's in my account. Always a pleasure.
Attention, all citizens.
O kurwa.
Due to the citywide outrage.
And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate.
O kurwa. Już
Whatever
wygrałem.
it takes to save the city.
Surprised you made it this far.
Need info on my extraction. Survival's your responsibility.
God damn it.
To jest rynek, kurwa.
Will you help me?
Of course. It's an impressive display of strength.
Tak myślałem, że to różnica, jak zobaczyłem
But we
tyle
never
piosenki.
meant for this to happen.
It's coming. It's coming back.
Zajebiście.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Why are you so happy?
Cause we get to be pirates again.
Yep, you always did like this world.
Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship. You back in the organization?
Yes. Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Zora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship. when said pirate offers to confabulate, I'm looking for a box. Get them! Sora!
Come for us.
Wait! Oh no! Stop!
Farewell. Arendelle is safer with me staying up here.
Oh,
Please, go away.
And the Unversed collected enough screams and sadness from those children.
Yeah, and the whole time they were trashing our company in the process!
You're following her.
Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts.
Now, set your heart free. And at the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner.
Hey, Axel.
Hey, liking the look. Cut your hair, too.
The man who delivers. Tears. Chiral allergy. So, you have dooms like me. What's your level?
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries. That's all.
Está sombrío aquí. Death Stranding. Death Stranding to pewnie. No to zaraz, SCP. SCP. Nieźle.
Headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long. The timefall fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam, what's your status? Beryllium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea.
Co to kurwa jest? Nie, mi się nie podoba. Chyba.
A crypto bite a day keeps the timefall away.
What the fuck?
You're too late. You still don't know who I am, do you?
Who are you?
O, znał tą aktorkę. Coś kojarzę. Tekmo. O, no tak chyba. O, no to. No w sumie tak, bardzo dobry.
The raft is secure, but I can't reach them over radio. Their comms must be down. What's your status?
Already here.
Spider.
Yuri, I thought you said it was secure. It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out! Yuri!
I'm slipping!
Gotcha. Hold on!
Ta grafika jest taka zwykła.
You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party! Just in time for the fireworks!
Looks like we made parole, boys.
I'm out! Electro, why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party. Everyone just quietly go back into your cells and lock the door behind you. Okay? Please?
Get him down here!
Like fish in a barrel.
Catastrophic event detected.
That doesn't sound good. Oh, hi, Rhino.
Hope you like surprise, Spider.
Surprise? What is he talking about?
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I've put away in the last 8 years. No biggie.
Electro must be working for someone.
This is too good to be true. Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business.
Charge him! Don't let up!
Lost you for a second there. You okay?
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now Scorpion are all on the loose. What's going on in the rest of the prison?
Camera system's almost up. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking Electro.
Come on, Spider-Man. I thought this was a chase.
Gotta stop this guy. You tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you.
Can't stop it. But I'm flattered that you still try.
Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
Gotcha. Vulture, long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
Sorry, no time to talk.
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.